Whatever. Besides.
Now you know. I have a technical question.
Wow.
Anywhere else that'd be creepy, but here that's cool.
My second LTX finally happened, a mere 4 years after the first one arguably saved my career and motivations and rocked my world. It's been a long time, but I could not be more grateful to attend, to meet so many awesome viewers, and to be a part of an incredible circle of creators. But yeah, I had to film the whole event on this dad cam, the Handycam 8mm. Everyone else is filming all the same stuff on their super fancy mirrorless cameras and 4K and 60 FPS and whatever. Why not do something different? Something a little more on brand. Here's my life-changing journey of LTX 2023 on 8mm. My event experience started out as most travel events do, with an entire day of travel. I live in the middle of nowhere as far as tech and creatorship is concerned, and so I had a lovely 7 hours of in-air fly time, plus layovers and stuff. This meant I missed the pre-show shenanigans on Friday and the studio tours, but I was not going to miss having dinner with Shank Mods himself, along with Big Rig Creates and a few friends. Despite having a rule of not getting Asian food for dinner, we wound up at the Richmond Night Market, which was crazy. Ultraman was there was dancing and music, lots of fake neon, tons of people, and an obscene amount of food booths.
Why does it have that 59 point blank 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 XXX export option?
Okay, so originally it was 60 FPS, like 60 flat. And then for black and white video, like we're talking way back in the analog days, before even color video. So
I did eventually find a plain normie burger and a sick rotato potato thing that was so salty that my mouth was burning by the end of it, but that was a lot of fun. Then it was showtime. Look at all these nerds with their computers. I mean, what kind of people try to have a good time doing the things they love?
Nerds! Nerds!
Couldn't be me. But hey, Jeff from Craft Computing and Dr. Ian Cuttress are already here. Inside, it was nice and peaceful, the calm before the storm. I had no idea just how overwhelming the crowd would be, even compared to LTX 2019. Look, there's Eber from Hardware Canucks.
Stuff we can try again is shooting.
8mm. Wow. Well,
Wearing glorious 4x3.
This is great.
Then it was time to check out the booths. I wanted to get the lay of the land because there was so much going on. I wanted to know where stuff was before it was crowded and I lost my sense of direction, which isn't very good to begin with. One of the first things I really stopped at was the sick retro gaming corner. Of course, I'm always just like magnetically attracted to CRTs, though don't put magnets on CRTs, please. Where they had TaskBot and showing how they had some TaskBot setups running speed runs on real hardware using it, which is pretty sick. And then, of course, we had Ant Venom trying to set high scores on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. Let's go! Already off to a good start. And just look at all the crazy stuff they had ready for people to mess with and do all throughout the weekend. Awesome PCs, delitting exercises, for FPV RC cars, PC building stations. Oh my. Then we stumble into Joel, the 3D printing nerd, and Alan Mandic. Two people I was so stoked to meet at this event and just ran right into them. Oh, and there's Wendell. Had to travel to another country to meet up with someone from my state again. Thanks, life. Honestly, there was so much going on already that I wasn't even sure what to start filming.
Get out a camera and start spinning around.
James led the opening talk or welcome thing at the main stage, and ooh boy, was it starting to set in just how many people they got to come out here. Whew. People everywhere. Learning to edit, testing mechanical key switches, building PCs, delitting CPUs, playing video games. They even kicked it right off with a main stage PC troubleshooting competition. Andrew from Deity was there, and they even had an ARRI booth. This will literally be the only time in my life that I am this close to the dream cinema camera, so I had to get a photo taken. And, of course, the Nerdforge Cyberpunk PC and the Hot Wheels PC case were being auctioned off for charity. Racing sims, more custom PCs, the madness just never ended. Then it was time for my panel, The Future of Handheld Gaming with the Fox and Shank mods, which actually went pretty great. I was a nervous wreck for my panel at LTX 2019, but this one went wonderfully. Great time. I also need to give a huge thanks to each and every one of you that introduced yourselves and said hi at LTX. I didn't do a meet and greet this year because I didn't want another awkward empty one like last time, but so many of you asked when mine was, and I gave out all of my pins and desk mats that I took with me to give away. I was floored. I didn't count, but it was way more than I could have possibly expected, and it's very humbling. I am so grateful. Thanks for supporting me, doing what I do, and helping you stream, make better content, or master your tech. Seriously. There's just something about the human element of putting real faces out there to the ambiguous concept of viewer counts that just, it means a lot. From there, I scoped out the LAN zone. This was a massive LAN party, bigger than most of the dedicated LAN parties I've been to. It's been ages since I've really gotten to go to one, and since I was traveling solo, I had to bring the laptop and get my game on. Y'all are real dedicated to this. Many of you brought massive desktop towers, ultra-wide monitors, and whole gaming chairs, just for a couple sessions of gaming. There were little nooks, laptops, badass custom PCs, and even this crazy arcade rig setup just for LTX. Plus, Linus was challenging fans to beat Saver 1v1s to win some AverMedia gear. I'll have a more dedicated LAN party experience video on my Lost Saves channel very soon. I didn't get to game as much as I wanted, but it was awesome regardless. Here was also Big Rig Creates with his amazing miniaturized DDR cab setup. This was running a real DDR game with a mini pad that was actually released back in the day, even with mini shoes to put on your fingers to play. A wild Sarah Dici rhymes with Peachy and Brandon Lee appeared. That was mostly the end of day one. I hung out playing games at the LAN center while Linus and Luke hosted the WAN show, went to dinner with some of the creators, and then back to the LAN for a little bit. And then I passed out in my hotel. I didn't sleep well this trip, so I never got to stay as late in the LAN center as I had hoped. Day 2 was off to a fresh start, a mostly freer day schedule-wise, kicking it off with Shank Mod showing off his career in a box, full of some of his awesome portable console mod projects that just blow my mind. I can't even. I wish I had half the skills this dude has. I also decided to ask a few creators and guests what their favorite retro tech was that they'd love to see come back.
My Discord handle is TI1083, so anything that can bring back calculators, I will love.
Question. I would say the Nintendo GameCube controller.
No. Nothing. I don't know where Google Reader. Google Reader. It's RSS.
Yeah.
Needs to be revived.
I 100% agree.
I'm really bad on the spot.
Fair.
Probably really niche, but there's been a resurgence in film photography, but not film scanners. So like Epson has some quality film scanners, but most of the line is discontinued, or you've got to buy one that was designed 15 years ago and they're still selling it.
Good.
So if anything, I'd like to see some people bring back like quality film scanners, because I don't shoot film as much as I'd like to because of having to scan it in or pay somebody else to do that.
I like the idea of the quick play video games. Like the original Game Boy, you could just pick up and play. You know, the ColecoVision, the Ataris I know it was a more simple time, but it was where you could just power on something and play a quick game. I know on iPhones and Android devices we have those games that we could just pick up and play. But I liked the dedicated quick play gaming systems where you could just pick it up, have some fun, and then put it down and resume. I mean, everybody had Tetris for the Game Boy, and everybody can just pick it up, play a level, have some fun, and then put it down. So I think that would be the kind of tech that I would want to bring back.
Pagers. Pagers were interesting and fun, and this way to get a hold of someone that required you to actually speak with them. So you couldn't just get, boop, boop, I have all the info. It was like, look back, oh, I think I need to go somewhere. I need to call someone. I need to make an actual connection with another actual human being. Not just look at my phone and go, I don't want to talk to them and move on. So let's bring back pagers.
Fair.
iPods, but like just to play music.
Just to play what?
Just to play music. Like,
yeah. Fair.
Scuzzy? No, okay, hold on. That I would like to bring back, just not around anymore. I mean, Laserdiscs were kind of impressive in how bad the games were for Laserdisc. Do you remember some of those?
Yeah.
I mean, just for for nostalgia purposes, I think perhaps, I don't know. That's a really tough one.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't know. I would say we do need more analog, I think, back in professional production.
Yeah.
Digital stuff is just, I mean, how many 2.4 gigahertz signals are out there right now?
I miss cartridges. There's something about that, just you slam it into your Super Nintendo, your N64, and couch co-op.
Yep.
Cartridges and couch co-op. Like Mario Kart 64, GoldenEye 64, you can't stare at someone's screen. Even if we take it to someplace newer, like the original Xbox, we could do 4 of them in like a LAN party setup.
Did you see the 360s they have over there?
They have a bunch of 360s.
They have 4 360s wired up for Halo.
Oh, yeah. 16 players, local, and like everyone's in their own bedroom at an apartment complex. Yeah, like that's fantastic. I made college parties. I miss that. Where everyone's just at a college party, eating, drinking, and like there's 4 TVs set up everywhere with a Halo. I miss that experience of like touch.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to go purely off nostalgia. I really enjoyed like the sport Sony Walkman, the yellow one. That is probably where I had the most formative years, like riding the school bus with my tape collection, like wearing out the same tapes with that Sony Walkman.
Right.
And the yellow was a flex. So I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
And then, like some crazy serendipitous miracle, as I was going back to swap tapes in the green room, I ran right into the Sushi Dragon and his camera woman. And while my sleep-deprived brain tried to remember the interview questions I had for this VFX wizard, Scotty from Strange Parts showed up, and we all 3 just talked shop on Sushi Dragon's stream. What a crazy 3-way collab I never would have imagined. And yet, I'm so just flabbergasted and grateful that we had something like LTX to facilitate it. You'll be seeing more of us together very soon. Many of you viewers showed up with amazing things too, like this crazy cyborg arm mechanism and this person with a Death Stranding 3D printer backpack. What? I had the pleasure of co-hosting an Adam vs. Adam PC World stream at the Asus booth. It was wonderful finally meeting one of my PC World colleagues in person, and we got to talk about my controversial Mac Studio purchase. Great times there.
It's another Adam.
Yeah.
We got Adam.
From then, I basically bolted as soon as the show ended, as LMG was hosting a private creators-only studio tour. It was unfortunately only as soon as I arrived at the studio that I realized I made a fatal mistake in that I never tried the $60,000 headphones that was making people cry when they heard their favorite songs on it. This was my once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to try them, and I missed it. I am so upset. Please send me my review copy. Now, way too many of us showed up to the studio tour, but that just kind of added to the lovely chaos, especially with Dennis as my group's tour guide. Things could only get wacky from there. The studios and workshops were a delight to see, though many of them were in a liminal state of, we used to shoot X here, but we're moving it over here at the moment. Tons of notes to be had about ideas on how to structure things, and it's just impressive to see the scale of the operation, especially since I was only seeing a small bit of it to begin with. Of course, with Dennis as our guide, we had a lot of fun, a lot of chaos, we lost him a couple times, but any technical questions about the setups were redirected to Brandon, who happened to tag along with my group. What a good time.
I want to make very clear, I don't work here anymore, by the way.
And that was it. Long cab ride back to the hotel, seeing both the good and bad sides of the Vancouver area, and then a full 12-hour day of travel, arriving home at 11 p.m. Monday evening, hence the late video compared to everyone else's. What an amazing time. I do wish we had more time and space to film stuff at LMG HQ or plan collabs with LTT during the event. I will always wish that we just all had more time together in general. That's why I tried to make the most of the time that we did have. Being an online creator, especially one not based out of NYC or San Francisco or one of the other hotspots, can be a very isolating experience. And trying to coordinate collaborations with other creators is always a tedious, often unsuccessful process. But I'm eternally grateful for the creators in the space for welcoming me and being so supportive. I'm grateful to all the viewers, fans, or people who just neutrally knew who I was, who said hi, shook hands, took a pin or desk mat, or was stoked to see me. I'm beyond words thankful to Linus and the massive amount of LMG staff who worked tirelessly, like up all night every night, to host such an awesome event and bring us all together. We've come a long way since 2019, even with all the bad, and I can't wait to see everyone again soon. Stay in touch, let's make something awesome together before too long, and remember to be kind, rewind.
What's your favorite part of LTX so far?
Building my own screwdriver. Building screwdrivers was absolutely crazy fun.
It's been so fun. I'd say if I'm going to narrow down to one thing, it's probably all the people here, meeting different creators, individuals in the community. It's been so fun.
My favorite part of LTX is meeting the creators that I have watched for years. For as much as I'm a creator myself, I am also a big fan of some of these guys. So to be a fangirl is a unique opportunity. And to be honest, I think that's also part of the reason why so many people come to LTX, creators or not, to meet people that they've been watching for years and to pick their brain.
LTX has been great for networking, getting to meet folks like Adam or, well, Joel I already knew, but various people that getting to actually put faces to the people that I watch on YouTube all day. Walking around with Ruby last night, we'd walk past somebody and she'd be like, I know that voice, you listen to them all the time. Or she listens to them, I watch them,
So far, LTX has been wonderful. Meeting you's been wonderful. But connecting with people and connecting with fans, lots of selfies, lots of high fives, signing things. I think my favorite part will probably be what happens at the end of the show, because we're giving away some 3D printers and some signed headphones. I'm going to be on stage with Linus. He might drop something. But that might go down as probably one of my favorite parts, or the favorite part, just because I'm going to be on stage giving away some really cool stuff to Linus. It should be a lot of fun.
Favorite part of LTX is this right here. Chilling with Epos Fox and all the other creators at the event. Meeting other people that live similar lives to me, but in their own unique way, hearing their unique story, and then engaging with the community way out here at the event, like talking to the fans, talking to the vendors. It's more fun than your typical tech event.
I don't know. You never get to go to like a place where you see like all of your favorite creators that you watch and just like interact with them, and they're all just like normal people. It's great.
Yeah, watching the RC cars over here. There's a gentleman who, hilarious, he is keeping this thing running. He's running. They will ramp like crazy. But my favorite part is every now and then they will shoot out right here and attack people in the crowd. It's fantastic to watch.
I feel like Mark Ruffalo in all those like Marvel pictures where he's like standing with the other people on camera, because like I have people coming up to me like super excited to meet me, and then I see guys like Jace 2 Cents or like Linus in real life, and like that is wild to me to get to walk up and meet those guys.